Hey, welcome back to the vlog. Today we're going to talk about how we turned a simple project into a cinematic portfolio piece. We're going to play the full video at the end, but we're just going to kind of walk you through the process of creating this cinematic documentary style employee profile video that we created for Sean. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I know we had put out some content about the Ursa Cine 12K that we just picked up, and so yeah, we'll have more content on that dropping soon. But for now, we're coming back to some vlog content for a project we wrapped up recently, and here you can see us loading out the van with a whole lot of gear.
All right, what I want to know is, can somebody explain to me how this cart gets this messy loading out of the van? When we first had this cart, it was like, wow, there's so much room, we can't even fill it up. And now it's like the cart is bursting coming out of the van. Mike, what happened?
I don't know.
Can somebody in the comments please tell us what we're doing wrong here? Or do we just need another cart? Like, do we just need more carts? So we need more people? So, because we have too much stuff. We have too much stuff, Mike.
I don't know what happened.
Oh my goodness. The explosion of equipment. It's like gear acquisition syndrome on a cart.
Hey, we have a cart. What do we want to bring? Let's bring this.
And that, and that, and that. Oh my gosh.
Great idea.
Oh,
That.
goodness.
Where's the other?
This thing is stuffed. We're laughing at ourselves going, how are we going to work off of this cart today? Because there's no space. But we're going to do it. We're going to do it.
So I may or may not have a gear buying problem. The answer is I do. But I mean, who doesn't really in video? Like, who doesn't have a gear buying problem? Because it's just fun to buy gear. And we always convince ourselves that the more gear we get, the better we can do a job. And that's why we keep buying new cameras, new lenses, new lights. Because, of course, that gear will help us do a better job. It'll help us make more money. The truth that none of us like to face is that our skill is the most important thing we can work on, not our gear. Obviously, assuming you're working with, some level of decent gear. If you've got, whatever, a Sony FX30 and a lens, great. That's good enough gear. You can make some fantastic content. But moving on from gear, let's talk about the project, right? So what we're doing here is we're creating an employee profile video. This employee won Employee of the Quarter. They're going to get to drive a branded Cybertruck. Cool stuff. And we wanted to make a cool video. This is the first employee who's won, so we wanted to do that. Here we're doing an interview, and this is a pickup for the main brand film, which was shot on Zine lenses. You'll see us on the Zines for this. The employee profile video we shot anamorphic with the Blazer Remus anamorphics for a different feel. So you will see us using the Zines in this because this is part of a different video that we just shot on the same day to pick up some interviews using the time well. But you'll see the setups that we're doing on these interviews, and the reason we do these setups is because that large diffused light looks so much better than just a softbox. Using the neg creates that sense of shape and shadow. Using the blimp just gives us better audio than using a lav. I mean, all of these things are just ways we can step up the quality of the project and create a higher quality end product. Also, it helps us be happier working on the projects because we're more excited to play with the new gear and the new bigger stuff. It's just more fun.
All right, so breaking down the setup we have here, we had little. Mike just picked up these new little guys, Black Friday deal, so we use that for a rim light. Actually liked it a lot. Yeah, microphone showing out the blimp. Got our typical setup. We didn't have a lot of space, so
Keep that camera angle high.
double diffusion was how it was. Yeah, cameras rolling. Got a new monitor. So we're playing with that, and yeah, so pretty simple setup. Had our neg as usual, and all the goodies here, and had a little iPad teleprompter going up here that we just pulled off That allowed us to have some scripted lines that Scott, who was sitting here, was able to read. And so he was able to take that right off the teleprompter, which is great for our fake interview. Gotta love those. Good for everybody.
With 4 generations of plumbers, we've built HPS on a foundation of family values and commitment to quality. From concept to completion, we partner with our customers to design and build efficient, innovative solutions. Supported by the best employees, tools, and technology, we take pride in every job, whether it's a home service call or a multi-million-dollar contract.
So now we're coming to set up for the main employee profile interview. This is the only interview in the employee profile film, just the employee. So you can kind of see the setup that we got here. Same concept of creating that shape. We've got a large diffused light. We also had a lot of other light playing here, which I'll break down in a second. But you can see 2 cameras, nice setup. We have the softbox. I'm about to ask him all the questions. So after the interview, we had to break it all down. And I kind of went through and pointed out what we had. We had that silk. We had the light on the wall. And then we had that coming through a projector mount to give a shape of blinds on the wall. And then we also had Mike. He's getting ready for our B-roll shoots where we going to walk around with an inflatable light bank. We shot this whole thing on the Blazar Remus Anamorphics, and we used the zines for that other interview. We're going to throw up with a gimbal ring and just go grab some B-roll to finish out our sequence that we need for this film. And I'm going to play a little piece of that interview so you can see how that came out.
I'm Sean Hansen, superintendent here at HPS Mechanical. Been working here since 2008. Employee of the quarter, Cybertruck. That's pretty crazy.
So because of the schedule, we needed to get Sean back down to San Diego. So we went out and shot his B-roll and then let him take off, and then came back and packed up our interview setup and loaded that out. So we still had, a solid hour after we were done with Sean. But you want to be aware of the time and schedule of your talents. Let them get out as soon as you can, and then you can come up and pack up on your time, not on their time.
All right, we stalled as long as we can. Now we have to take all this stuff down the stairs and onto the cart and onto the van.
I did not mention we had to load everything up the stairs and then back down the stairs at the end of the day. And that was entertaining.
The last thing is put things back how you found them. Don't leave a mess. Put the chairs back. All the stuff you unplugged. Fix it. Leave it nice. How's that sun in your eyes?
It's great.
Fantastic.
Golden hour.
Yeah.
Do I look cinematic?
Of course. That's the only way we look. Always cinematic. Especially from behind. So we wrapped about the time we were supposed to wrap. And we're tired. We're tired.
I'm tired.
We were tired when we got here, of course, but that's a different problem. So, called sleep. Sleep. Get that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does the body good.
I'm Sean Hansen, superintendent here at HPS Mechanical. Been working here since 2008. Employee of the quarter, Cybertruck. That's pretty crazy. Honored to be nominated for it. When I first got introduced to plumbing, I was helping my dad. My father put a second story on his house. The plumber there was kind of a family friend. And from there, I helped him put the second story on. After I was done with school, I got out and I went to work for him. And I really never looked back. For HPS Mechanical, I pretty much manage anything in the San Diego area, anywhere from 10 to up to $30 million. Currently, they're all design build projects that I'm heavily involved with up front with the design aspect of it. That's one thing that's really cool about HPS Mechanical is the fact that they'll hand me a job and I'll take it all the way from design, all the way through construction, all the way to end to turnover to the owner. It's really cool. A lot of companies, they don't do that. They hand you a set of plans and say, here you go build it. Pretty much the highlight of my career here at HPS has been student housing. We've done thousands of units, lots of beds for the kids to go through. Some of my employees, their kids have gone through and are getting ready to go through. They're going to put their kids through these units that we've built. I mean, it's pretty neat, you know, looking back on it. When I heard I was voted for Employee of the Quarter, I was excited. You know, it was very cool. There are so many employees here at HPS Mechanical that I'm pretty honored to be part of that, or to be voted for it. It's real special. I don't know why they, well, I do know why they did. Because I threatened them. No. I got a majority of guys that are on my job site. You know, I'm running about 46 guys on my job right now. And then our office staff and everybody. It's the trust, you know, they trust me. Currently I have 4 foremen on the job. And I kind of let them do their thing out there. I don't really, not watching or not on them or anything like that. I want them to make a decision. That's like half the battle in construction, is making the decision. If you don't make the decision, you're failing. At least make the decision. I think that's kind of why they voted for me. I want to be able to share my knowledge once I leave. I'm constantly worried about that. Once I retire, who's going to take my place? Who's going to take my place at HPS? So it's really nice that means it's working. You know, I want to get these guys excited about plumbing. You know, I want them to come in and fill my shoes when I leave. So, no, it's really special. I'm super excited. I'm glad I was chosen. It's going to be an experience, a unique experience, and I'm glad, once again, I wouldn't be able to do this at other companies, and that's what HPS brings to it right there. Is just, you know, they're allowing me to do this. You know, they're providing me the opportunity to even win. You know, and that's directly comes from HPS's. It's just their culture. You know, HPS culture is wanting to be on the cutting edge, and they allowed me to, you know, allowed me to thrive. So, and I'm just super excited to drive it. I'm fired up. I can get in there and get down to San Diego and show it off. You know, I'm proud of it. You know, I'd just like to thank everybody that voted for me. That's super cool that I inspired them to do that, to vote for me. Super honored. So I want to thank you very much.